Hi there, guys. Welcome back to the second half, and boy, do we have a great match for you.
Good night, sweet prince.
You guys having fun out there? Blood Bowl. That's why you don't put your faith in a 7 armor value, no regen player on a team without APOs.
Yes.
You don't do it.
You just don't do it. There's a reason that, Undead, the fact that Undead have 4 rules instead of 2 is probably the most significant part of, it's probably the most significant part of why Necromantic are better than, Undead, even though they have the more reliable big old dudes, because they come with Mighty Blow, they have 4 ghouls, and 4 ghouls is...
Dub Skulls. It's been a while.
Dub Pows. We're back in this.
POW pushes. Let's be real here. Only 5s.
I'm sorry, we have the low rent POWs. The, discount POWs.
Yeah. It's POW, generic POW. I'm gonna punch this blodger a lot, I think. So, part of me, on the inside, I am of course sad that Santos is now a minus armor value. I have no doubt that you guys are gonna keep him because he's Santos. Oh, and so of course I'm just knocking this guy around. This is my life now. I'm like, watch this.
This is what we're reduced
to.
Yeah,
and so I can't even push him to Michael Jackson to get 2 more attempts.
At pushing around a dude with blodge.
And now my whole team is sitting there. I didn't think it would come to this, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop.
Once you dedicate yourself to punching a specific player that much, you think, it's the gambler's fallacy. I can't possibly fuck this up this much.
Right.
And then you fuck it up.
I forget it's my dice, though. I continue to put my faith in my own dice.
Your block dice are quite bad. One of these days I want you to... Do you have that BB Manager thing?
I do.
I want you to post some, dice logs from some of the really nasty matches.
I might have to compile all of my dice just to see how bad they were overall. But
I'm pretty sure I looked at the dice log for that match that we played, and I just refused to roll a POW. And that was pretty much the story of the game.
That sounds about right. So, Santos, a ghoul should not last that long and be that good. He defied logic. It was going to be a matter of time. Trust me, on the inside, I am lamenting his loss as much as the rest of you. But part of me is happy that, it happened now. That was it.
This is why you... now we don't have ghouls, and there was nothing we could do about it. Yeah. And that's why. I mean, any other team, you can, APO it and go...
he might come back.
We give it a shot, and worst case scenario, minus armor value. No, ghouls, they get hurt, they're done. And, I mean, if you look at, especially on Fumble, if you look at the high-tier Necromantic or Undead teams, you notice that, their ghouls are beat to shit. And ghouls with a lot of skills, you can't justify firing them, but when they get beat to shit, I've seen 5 armor value ghouls running around, legend 5 armor value ghouls, just because they spend so much time.
Ugh.
And it's terrible because you've got 100 and some odd SPP and 200k team value wrapped up in a player that goes down on a 6.
Yeah.
And that's a bad place to be.
So this is a very lofty move by him.
It's the right move.
He dares to challenge
the white power.
The white power, the AG3 pass game that you so desperately crave, Thread.
It's okay, we have accurate. We're actually better at passing than he is.
But, look at him. He's going for this.
He is getting in on this bit. I mean, to be fair, all your positionals are jammed in the center because they pushed a blodge dude because you're dumb.
Yep.
But, I mean, there's plenty of room for Blitzer to, dodge out and run downfield, then you just pass the ball to him, so whatever.
Arnie Frey has shadowing, so it's going to be very hard. And he also sidesteps, so it's going to
Doesn't
be very
matter.
hard.
He's two strength, so all you need is one... all you need to do is POW.
Are you gonna say all you have to do is roll a POW?
Yes.
Did you just watch that last turn? Are we watching Blood Bowl?
You have a limited number of non-POWs and use them all on Edwin the Frizzy.
That's not how it works.
I can't actually figure out if these are default names or not, because I'm not well-versed enough in Cyanide default names, but they're generic enough that I think they might be.
The name of his team is indeed the Human Element, which is kind of a boring name for boring humans. But as I mentioned in chat, I can't believe that I'm about to do this, and this is probably the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Pushing these fuckers?
Well, the plays...
Hey look, more not POWs!
Yeah.
But you did push McGruff free.
the play is to pass to McGruff and run down the field. Like Blitzer is going to knock Arnie down, so he can't intercept it. But we're gonna that's what we're forced to do now.
That's what we're reduced to here.
That doesn't help.
Yeah, well,
and that doesn't help.
Jesus Christ, man.
So now I'm like, well, yeah, I can 2DB this guy, no big deal. And then I choose to follow up because I'm like, whatever, I can block off Arnie Frey. Guess what I forgot to do?
You forgot to.
I forgot about shadowing.
You know what you should have done though? You should have punched Arnie Fry with.
So
Thomas
I'm just
Costello,
gonna throw it anyway
because that's a 2DB, and you have wrestle.
That's true.
So you could have wrestled Arnie Fry down.
That's what smart people would do. Dumb people just get intercepted.
He was right in your face. It was like one of those, like, basketball things, like a 3-year-old's playing against Shaq.
Yeah, and the
3-year-old, I'm gonna make a ball. No, get out of here.
He has catch, and catch does indeed work for interceptions, and that was a 6+. So
that's actually really obnoxious. Is that catch works for interceptions?
Like
that's such an edge case that will never ever happen except here, where he intercepts on a 6 because he's a dick.
It's like he's taunting in my face that he gets 2 opportunities to roll a 6, and he does it.
To be fair, White Power threw the ball, and a player caught it. That's a significant milestone for this team.
I don't get SPP though. And that, of course, means that Arnie Frey is going to score this turn. As you can see by the clock, and this is, in fact, I think, a thread record. This is the longest the turn's ever taken. He decides to
the longest
punch
the turn's ever taken
power.
To move 2 people and then punch a guy with the ball free and run. That was not a 3.5-minute play. I hate to say it. You're calling him out in the chat, too. I love it.
I am screaming at him before he has a chance to score, but unfortunately he beats me to it. I had 4 turns to think about my sick burn, and that's what I came up with. But I don't. Yeah, like I don't like that is kind of a tough decision to make. Like, how do you do you want to roll those dice? And I probably jump. Like,
you
I probably
do want to roll those dice. It's a thing you do. If you can score on the opponent's drive, you just do it. And worst case scenario, you were in a really shitty position anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's just this game.
That's just Blood Bowl.
His team is so well built that he probably doesn't have to force the game, and he could probably just sort of hang back and take it easy. Because at this point, even with my 2 ghouls, he basically outclasses me. But without my 2 ghouls, and instead 2 zombies,
there's nothing you have. You didn't even hold a candle to him.
Something.
I will say that it's actually pretty nice to see a
well-built human team?
Because I like the idea of the catchers as extremely mobile man markers. Because I like man marker players, people that are born to be assholes. Blodge, sidestep, shadowing, diving tackle, 8 movement, total dicks.
Yeah.
I like those kind of players, and I think it's probably the only thing you can do with a catcher, because there's not really so much you can do with a catcher other than, I threw the ball to him and he re-rolled the catch. Yay.
Yeah, like they're already basically as good as they're gonna get as far as catching the ball. So like they are very effective man markers.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. I like the team.
Yeah, it's a very well built team.
But they're beating you,
true.
So I don't like them. Also, they injured Santos, and therefore they're my mortal enemies now, and I must destroy them.
Again, true. Like it's a very well built team, and I had that thought several times as I was playing against them that they're very well built for what they want to do.
It's one of those things where you're like, I hate you, but I also admire you because you're doing a thing that's actually pretty neat. And
it's kind of boring in that it's kind of standard, like guard, mighty blow, tackle, man marker, catchers, the thrower, the 2-turn offense, but it's very effective. Very effective.
There's a reason that dwarves are a viable team. They're just a team that sucks at literally everything, but they have guard, tackle, mighty blow all over the place, and therefore they're a good team.
Yes.
That's the universal constant of Blood Bowl. Punchmen's, blockmen, etc. That's actually really helpful.
Hooray! Yep. A good team against an LP skills team tends to have a pretty good day. And in general, I would say around this TV, humans match up very well against Necromantic.
Humans are actually an extremely good team once they get a couple skills under their belt, because having 7 movement strength axis players And blitzers tend to get skills a lot because they also tend to run the ball, being the 7 movement players on the team. And if you're smart and don't get catchers, the catchers don't get a lot of SPP.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ogre is just a beast. If an ogre gets block and you have block on everyone else, it's just like humans are good.
Yeah.
I'd rather play ogres, or I would rather not play ogres. I would rather play orcs like 99% of the time. But that's just because I don't hold movement in quite the same regard, and I instead hold punching in a higher regard. But
Right.
I will say that humans are actually remarkably good, and they get a bad rap, but they're actually impressive, I would say.
They get a bad rap not for being good, and that's the reason the reason that they are touted as a very good team for rookies is that they are good. And they just get a bad rap for being not boring to play, but just sort of like
very standard.
This is how you build a human team. Beat boop.
Well, they're very good for rookies because they teach a number of really important things. They have enough movement that you can actually think about positioning. Mm-hmm. They have a big guy, which teaches you not to ever rely on a big guy, because
of course.
Really don't ever rely on a big guy unless you're ogres, and then you're nothing but big guys because you can't rely on snotlings. Right. And even then, you can't rely on ogres either.
I don't want to think about ogres right now, but continue.
They also teach you about kind of things that are difficult. Like, for example, passing is hard. We will illustrate this by giving you passing skills and then giving you 3 agility so you hate them.
Yep.
They are just generically good at enforcing or reinforcing good skills.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you immediately jump into the deep end with something like wood elves or Skaven or
lizards,
especially chaos lizards are like the worst newbie team possible, because you just pissed because half your team is fragile and half your team has no skills and no agility and sucks. Mm-hmm. And I think lizards might actually be like the most advanced team in terms of if you know how to play Blood Bowl, lizards are OP as fuck, and if you don't know how to play Blood Bowl, lizards are god-awful and you never like them.
Yeah.
I can always tell the skill of a Blood Bowl player by how...
AG3 dodging, finally! Hooray!
Yes! I mean, we already saw AG3 passing fail, but this is the first AG3 dodge fail, which is very, very useful. It would be cool if that happened, before Blitzer got knocked down, but to be fair, you do roll important punches before you roll dodges.
Yeah, you do the higher percentage smart stuff first. The big problem is that although he's a 2-string player in our way, he is a blodge sidestep player in our way, and we all know how easy it is to roll a POW.
Rolling a POW is super easy.
That is incorrect.
I think you have never played Blood Bowl. I roll POWs all the time because I'm a POW god.
I rolled a POW once.
Never again.
Yeah.
It was overrated. Look
at that.
You just wasted 2 POWs on a dude that it didn't even fucking matter on.
One of those wasn't a POW. Let's be very clear. Although I did clear a path for white power that doesn't involve running around him. But what I'm going to do is, because I can't really get away...
I hate you.
I'm just going to stand next to him and then blitz him, probably. But basically...
This is stupid and I don't like it.
Well, I can't... my cage involves the players who are going to punch mine hole, and so I just want to
I'm just going to throw this out there. You shouldn't construct a cage out of the other team's players.
It's
not quite as useful. I mean, I know that the standard cage is you take your ball carrier and you stand people next to it, but
I don't know why I'm dodging instead of blitzing.
People. What the hell?
I don't know what I'm...
Stop
I don't know what's
this.
I don't know what's happening right now. I can't tell you what's happening right now.
The whole point of what you did was so you could set up to blitz that dude, and then you just didn't blitz him.
I don't know what's going on in my brain. I think dice have melted my brain. So I'm going to throw them like rough block, because I'm standing next to this 1DV guy. I should be throwing these blocks. So I'm just going to throw some 1DVs, because, fuck it. That one is great.
That's helpful, I guess.
So yeah, I'm just going to punch the guard guy. And of course... That's a miss next game.
Oh, I'm really not looking forward to our next game.
No, me neither.
No, it's not good.
We're gonna be low TV though.
I'm also kind of sad because Arnie Fry was right there, and you could have just punched the shit out of Arnie Fry.
The plan was to punch Arnie Fry next.
Never punch Arnie Fry next. Always punch him now.
That's fair.
Because he is an untouchable golden god, and if you can remove him from the pitch, you are a hero beyond belief.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Hey, look at this guy rolling POWs.
Mm-hmm.
Can we not?
That's not a POW. That's a POW for him because
it's good enough.
That's a POW for him because now all of our dodge players are off the field, so a POW push is a POW for him.
Yeah. Just roll better, noob.
I try every day. I try to roll better, and it never works.
Well, sounds like an issue.
Mm-hmm. Not dodging with blitzer and not blitzing doesn't help. But
that was just like a brain fuck up.
I can't tell you what I was thinking. I actually I think that I thought white power was if I remember, I thought white power was Dr. White and Dr. White wasn't holding the ball, so I was like, I'm gonna stand my guard player right here and then stand the other guy. And then I was standing next to this dude and I was like, oh, I'm standing next to this guy now. I guess I'll just continue playing.
Oh my god.
What a fucking dumb game of Blood Bowl.
So here's what I'm hoping is that you hand off to Blitzer now because he forgets to mark you and he doesn't have the people to punch there.
That is the plan currently.
Meinholf is...
Of course, though.
Oh, that's the plan?
Yeah, the plan is to roll 2 POWs.
And the worst possible...
Yep.
Oh my god, fuck everything.
Cool. Good stuff.
And he got the stun.
Mm-hmm.
So, we 1DB and injure one of our best players. He 1DBs and POWs 3 times in a row.
Yep. Luckily, Meinholf has Sidestep and Blitzer has Frenzy, and the laws of Sidestep will dictate that, like, I can basically promise you that if I punch him, he will step onto the ball. And so maybe I can POW him, and maybe the ball can go to a good spot, or maybe I could just push him a lot and get caught up in the mess. But if, like, Dr. White could dodge out and pick up the ball, at this point, it's going to have to be a ridiculous play because his team is just too good at
doing things.
Yeah, at doing things.
I mean, that's what it comes down to, is that his team is good at doing things and yours isn't.
No. Like, they're pretty good at doing some things, but the humans are very good at stopping me from doing those things. Why did you stand him up? Because I believe in Blitzer. And because I don't
believe in Blitzer. I don't believe in anything.
I want the 2DB follow-up.
I guess.
So he doesn't step on the ball, although I get the POW.
Which turns out to be the right decision. Mm-hmm. I mean...
That's not the right decision.
Oh my god!
So that's a level.
That is the freest touchdown in the history of free touchdowns.
And that's a level, and that's how Blood Bowl works.
I was like, okay, he chose not to step on the ball. That was the right decision. He stepped on the ball.
I don't know why.
I don't get it. Like, I know that happened. Welcome to Blood Bowl.
Well,
but,
yeah. This is the stupidest game of Blood Bowl I've ever played.
Oh my god. This is... Do you ever have those games where your team just gets beat to shit and yet somehow...
One.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, this one.
That fucking game. Everyone has those games every once in a while. It's just that game where everything sucks and you still do well.
I'm looking at it.
Brilliant coaching.
What the fuck? I need an assistant coach. I need an assistant coach.
You need an ass coach because your ass is not thoroughly coached. Are we still full men's on the field or no?
We're
down to 10.
We are down to
10. 3 on the line, 2 in the back, 5 in the middle.
It's somehow 10-10 in this game. I don't feel like it's 10-10 though, because my players are all good players, and well, now it's 9-10.
Well, it's 10-9. So just in case we were wondering, no, we do not have a man's equality. There's no man's equality here.
The big problem is that no matter who I knock out on his team, like they're all pretty good. Like any one of his blitzers is pretty good.
And actually, that's one of the things that's really good about this team is that a lot of teams, like for example ours, just end up with a bunch of superstars that if you kill them, the team just falls apart.
Yeah.
Santos went down, and now we just don't have players that do things.
Yep.
Rip that. So.
Well, Santos and McGruff, Santos and McGruff are functionally, as far as production is concerned, over half of our team.
Yes, absolutely. And so, it's suboptimal.
Yes.
But remove any player from his team, and you've still got a completely functional team, other than maybe the thrower. But that's just because the thrower does a very special thing.
And if you get rid of the thrower, then he just cages up, and that's fine because he has a lot of guard.
Yeah, he has a lot of guard. He can cage with the with 4 blitzers and an ogre, and that's a really fucking hard cage to deal with.
Yep.
So, or you can just cage with the linemen and then have the blitzers run around and punch shit.
AG3 passing.
AG3 passing. I don't know why he threw the ball there, but I'm okay with it.
The game's tied. It's turn 15.
The important move to do is to run Pelvis Costello through and on the ball.
We're gonna win now. I hope you realize.
I don't see how that's gonna work, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
White Power and Blitzer can go stand on that ball. Can go maybe even pick up that ball. And from there...
you're actually gonna push a free line to the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually amazing.
Because most of my line got to stay upright, because he was really, really dedicated.
I love Beef Slab, who normally is pretty big, just looking like a bitch next to the ogre.
I'm fine, because he's tying up an ogre. That's great for me.
That's awesome. The only problem is that Arnie Fry is there unmarked on the sideline.
Yep. That doesn't really... That's nice, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and you're just gonna stand...
No, I'm picking that shit up.
You're just gonna do that, because whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my god, and then you're gonna do that.
That would have been really... It wouldn't have been, he would have just gone around me. That would have been really handy. Dr. White not failing that.
The unfortunate thing is that now he can easily get, 4 people on there. You're gonna have to do some ridiculous shit next turn.
Well, that's what we do.
Some ridiculous shit.
We do ridiculous shit. That's how we play this game.
Yeah, but this is exceptionally ridiculous
Although
shit.
it is turn 15, most of his players are now down there. Oh, goodness.
He should re-roll this.
He will re-roll this right into POWs. And that's Blitzer down.
And you regened it? That was going to be minus movement.
Yeah. That's great to see.
And then Arnie Fry just picks up the ball because he's an asshole.
I'm okay with that, because that means he's not moving the ball down this turn.
And, actually, yeah. I mean, he has to run Meinholf down, which he runs everyone down, and
pretty much
now
everyone,
he has to pass the ball with a player that doesn't have pass.
Yep.
In order to score.
Yep.
So, I mean...
AJ3 passing can win him the game.
He's got lots of dice to roll. And to be fair, passing hasn't really done much for him this game. It got him the 2-turn touchdown, but then he drops the ball twice in really bad situations where you do not want to drop the ball.
The thing about Agility 3 catchers is that makes blitzers that makes blitzers so much better, because then now blitzers can be catchers. That's how that can happen now.
That's pretty much the cornerstone of the orc team is your blitzers are the people that catch the balls that the thrower throws.
Good job, Beef Slab. I salute you.
So we are definitely preparing for Beef Slab to Cholo lean over to Gerhardt, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Right, it doesn't matter.
That's absolutely a thing that happens. Are we going to do the double Cholo lean in which we just swarm his catchers with flesh golems?
At this I can knock this guy free. So I'm not gonna bother Cholo leaning, because I'm gonna roll my final POW.
You're gonna roll your final POW. You're gonna mark the catcher, which thusly renders it moot because you're not catching with a 4+, but you're not catching with a 3 agility in a tackle zone. I mean, he should absolutely throw the ball to it though.
Yep.
This is not bad. This is actually pretty good.
This is turning out to be a decent defense.
You could put another guy. You could, yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's and this is the plan.
One GFI puts a second person on Meinholf Jolted, and then if Beef Slab dodges free. Is that actually no? That's not a dodge. That's just a GFI. You don't want the 2 GFIs. You're an idiot. I hate you.
Why?
Because you didn't need to GFI twice.
It keeps somebody from blitzing. Well, it keeps him from just dodging away and then doing the intermediate pass to hand.
Did you really do that?
Well, it doesn't Beef Slab Cholo or Beef Slab dodging Cholo leaning and the zombie Cholo leaning. It doesn't matter.
But the zombie doesn't Cholo lean.
That's true.
The zombie just kind of shuffles.
Beef Slab frees up an ogre if he leaves.
The ogre is not especially relevant. What you really
want to do
is...
The ogre can knock a guy out of the way, which, at this point, that's...
So can this dude, who just moved him out of the way. If anything, you would have wanted him to blitz with the ogre, because that's a 1/6 chance of failure.
That's fair.
The maximum of Blood Bowl is make your opponent roll dice. If they roll them badly, you win. If they roll them well, you lose.
I mean, like, the moral of this story, though, is that he's going to double GFI and hand off and win. Like, that's the moral of this story.
Not with Beef Slab there.
He's going to forego... Well, Beef Slab would have failed to dodge anyway, because that's how dice work, right?
No way. Beef Slab is my boy. He never fails anything.
You never know which dice you'll fail if you never roll them. And kids, that's a life lesson. Another life lesson is that bullshit can get you very far. Like, I had no right to almost tie that game.
Let alone almost win it.
You're right. I did. I was one failed 2DB.
Yeah, if he hadn't re-rolled that, or if he hadn't had the re-rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dr. White got our level. He's
That's fine.
You can see him writhing in headache pain.
Yep.
From that concussion.
What a gross match. So
we do have a level on Blitzer.
Look at our TV drop. Normal's fine. It's fine.
Holy crap! What is our TV now?
Our TV dropped. Our TV was like 1700.
Jesus Christ, we're 1420.
So let's get some levels voting and let's figure out what's going on with the rest of our team. I'll see you guys next time.
See ya.